What's up, guys? Rob from Divine Gaming here, and it is that time again. We have another NASB 2 video, and this time we have the official Jenny spotlight. So without further ado, let's jump on in and see what Jenny is packing in NASB 2.
The crime-fighting teenage robot XJ9, aka Jennifer Wakeman, aka Jenny, is back and ready to throw down in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Returning to the Brawl with some new high-tech tools and a shiny coat of paint, Jenny excels at creating openings with strong projectiles that she can use to provide cover for herself and catch opponents off guard.
The hammer. Nice.
While her combo game isn't as strong as some others, Jenny can always keep up the pressure even from afar. And thanks to her fantastic recovery and heavy weight, she has no problem jumping straight back into the fray after getting knocked away. Back on the subject of Jenny's projectiles, the new slime mechanic provides an extra upgrade to her returning neutral special, Rocket Power. While the normal version of this rocket can still be aimed in any direction at any time, the new slime version also allows for 2 rockets to be out at once. Jenny can use this powerful, flexible tool to find clever openings, extend combos, or even save herself from some dangerous situations.
Still really cool looking.
If you hold down the special button after firing a rocket, Jenny will stand still while you try to hone in on your target. If your opponent isn't giving you enough time or space to set up your rocket, make some space with Jenny's new side special, Mass Hammer. This big old hammer swing sends shockwaves flying through the air or rumbling along the ground, which can help her find some breathing room. Just be careful not to be too predictable with how you use this move, or else you might risk having your projectiles reflected right back at her. Don't want to get too close, but still need a way to rack up some extra damage? Jenny's down special, Explosive Lasers, remains a solid way of doing so. If you're not able to land big combos or otherwise find a way to open up your opponent's defense, it's nice to have a little bit of consistent damage output as a way to keep up the pressure.
There goes the sex kick.
Finally, for the last of Jenny's specials, her up special, Robot Wings, allows her to fly around wherever she wants. Jenny can be pretty hard to swat out of the air when she activates this move thanks to its maneuverability. But watch out, she doesn't get any fuel back until she touches the stage. So try to use her other specials, Air Strongs, or even her light up air to glide back to the stage when possible. A few of Jenny's other old moves and techniques are here to stay, including her charged forward air, which is a slow yet incredibly powerful finisher, Angry Stomp and Mighty Mallets, her light and charged down attacks also both make their return and can be looped repeatedly by pressing the attack button. Her jab, however, has a new property. The final hit can be angled with the control stick, meaning she can either choose to launch opponents flying a bit farther, higher, or even tumbling downwards. Jenny tends to feel the most vulnerable when she isn't quite close enough to utilize her short yet fast and effective light attacks, nor far enough to safely set up her projectiles. However, she can still surprise opponents at the mid-range by holding down the grab button for some extra reach. This version of her grab is a bit slower and is far more punishable if it misses, so don't use that as a full replacement for her regular grab. All in all, Jenny is a well-rounded defensive character that has all the tools you'll need to succeed in a world full of villains and aliens. If that sounds like your kind of style, give her a try in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Thanks for watching, and look forward to more character spotlights coming soon.
Okay, so she is really similar to NASB 1, which honestly, I'm kind of okay with because when Jenny first dropped, I had a lot of fun playing her. I kind of hate playing against Jenny, I'm not gonna lie. But I thought, and I still kind of think that she's one of the cooler characters in the game. And I loved a lot of the stuff about her kit, especially like her projectiles. So I'm really happy that they're keeping that, and they're keeping some of her cool niche stuff, like her extendo grab, her multi-hit jab, you know, the down charge down, her charged air, charged nair, or I think he said it was a charge fair. She looks like they took a lot of her NASB stuff and just touched it up, which makes a lot of sense because she was a DLC character for NASB. So given kind of what we know about NASB 2's development, it wouldn't shock me if these things were kind of being co-developed somewhat, or if NASB 2's Jenny development was not that long after NASB 1 Jenny's. You know what I'm saying? Which is really cool. So she seems really a lot of the same as NASB 1, but I'm totally okay with that, and I think that's kind of cool to have a little bit of continuity, because a lot of these other characters have been like completely reworked, whereas it's like, okay, yeah, if you like Jenny in NASB 1, you're gonna like her in 2. But she still has some things that are changed that I think are really important about her kit.
Crime-fighting teenage robot XJ9,
so let's go back through this
Jennifer
and kind of
Wakeman,
discuss
AKA Jenny is back and ready to throw down
what's the same and what's different.
Brawl 2.
Like how she
Returning
just
to the
gets
Brawl
destroyed
with
like
some new
immediately.
high-tech tools and a shiny coat of paint, Jenny excels at creating openings with strong
Also, her model
projectiles
looks
that
really,
she can
really
use
good.
to provide cover for herself or catch opponents off guard.
I love that ult.
While
The
her
flame
combo
ult
game
so good.
isn't as strong as some others, Jenny can always keep up the pressure even from afar. And thanks to her fantastic recovery and heavy weight, she has no problem jumping straight back into the fray after getting knocked away. Back on the subject of Jenny's projectiles, the new slime mechanic provides an extra upgrade to her returning neutral special, Rocket Power.
Which I think this is one of the coolest moves in Nasby 1, honestly. The fact that you can like guide this rocket wherever you want it. So neat. I love that.
Direction at any time. The new slime version also allows for 2 rockets.
It's great shield pressure. It's great off-stage pressure. It's just a really, really solid move, honestly, just in general.
Jenny can use this powerful, flexible tool to find clever openings, extend combos, or even save herself from some dangerous situations. If you hold down the special button after firing a rocket, Jenny will stand still while you try to hone in on your target.
The charge nair, baby, your
enough
charge
time
fair.
Or space to set up your rocket, make some space with Jenny's new side special, Mass Hammer.
Yeah, so this is really, really cool. The fact that they gave her another kind of spacing projectile. I can kind of see this being a little bit annoying if you throw out one of these and you throw out a rocket and it's just like if you jump over the ground wave, you get hit with a rocket. If you just tank the ground wave, you just get hit. Or if you shield it, you know, she might just run up on you, right? She just shoots the rocket, puts it kind of mid-height, and then runs up and then covers the other options. So I can see it being kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie, but I think it's a really, really good tool. It seems pretty good in conjunction with some of her other moves as well. And especially the fact that you can throw it out in the air. You can throw it out, you know, if you hit your opponent on stage, you throw it out in the air. It covers the neutral, you're kind of like the mid lane. So it kind of forces them to go low, and then you can go for something like, you know, a charge down air and seal the stock or some other kind of edge guard, right? So I can see this being a really, really good tool
big old hammer
for her.
Sends shockwaves flying through the air or rumbling along the ground, which can help her find some breathing room. Just be careful not to be too predictable with how you use this move, or else you might risk having your projectiles reflected right back at her.
Squidward.
Don't want to get too close, but still need a way to rack up some extra damage? Jenny's down special, Explosive Lasers, remains a solid way
to do so. This is the same as in
if you're not able to land big
damage, but no knockback if it's in the air, which is fine. It's not the best move in the world, to be honest, but it is decent. It's a decent way to kind of like cover some of your recovery options. Like if you get hit off stage, you can throw this out and then try to recover under it. So it's not the best move in 1. It doesn't look like it's the best move in this game either. So
find a way to open up your opponent's defense. It's nice to have a little bit of consistent damage out in this defense. Find a way to open up your opponent's defense. It's nice.
Okay, yeah. So it still does knockback if you're on the ground. It looks like, unless that was a roll.
If you're not able to land big combos or otherwise find a way to open up your opponent's defense.
That's a roll.
It's nice to have.
That's a roll. Okay, yeah, so he was rolling. So it looks like her nair's back. Looks like it's a little bit bigger than it was in 1.
Damage output as a way to keep.
Is it still? Let's see.
Otherwise, find
let's
a
see
way
if it's
to
so
open up your opponent's
stupid
defense.
fast.
It's nice to have a.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, it was stupid fast in 1, so it makes sense that it's stupid fast in 2. Hopefully, it's not going to be as abusable as it is in 1. In 1, you can kind of just neutral spam with this because you can just keep fast falling and resetting your landing lag. So hopefully, it's not as abusable in 2.
Consistent damage output.
I don't imagine it will be because you can't really fast fall as easy.
Finally, for the last of Jenny's specials, her up special, Robot Wings, allows her to fly around.
Yeah, so her recovery is the same. It's Blahage. No, it's not Blahage. That'd be really cool if it was Blahage. I'm sure somebody's going to make a mod for it to be Blahage, though.
Jenny can be pretty hard to swat out of the air when she activates this move thanks to its maneuverability. But watch out.
Yeah, so like she can float with her umbrella still, which is cool.
Fuel back until she touches the stage. So try to use her other specials, air strongs, or even her light up air to glide back to the stage when possible.
Yeah, what is this? Is this like an air dodge? Like what?
Other specials, air strongs, or even her light up
maybe
air
that's just how she looks when she
when
jumps.
possible.
Yeah, I don't know.
A few of Jenny's other old moves and techniques are here to stay.
Dash attack looks like it's back.
Air, which is a slow yet incredibly powerful finisher. Angry Stomp and Mighty Mallet.
Angry Stomp. Pretty good move in Nasby 1. It can tech lock you out really hard. So I wonder if it's going to be the same in 2. If she's going to be, can you tech the character? Because in 1, the fact that she can mix this Angry Stomp in with her jab means that you really, really have to know when to tech against this character. Otherwise, you are just going to keep eating damage. So I wonder if it's going to be somewhat similar in 2.
Her light and charge down attacks.
I love the hammers are back. It's so funny.
Repeatedly by pressing the attack button. Her jab, however, has a new property. The final hit can be angled with the control stick.
So this is cool. I think this is really neat. It looks like it's aimed at a pretty gnarly angle at the ledge too. Downwards. I mean, look at that angle. Oh my god.
Higher or even tumbling downwards.
Jeez.
Jenny tends to feel the most vulnerable when she isn't quite close enough to utilize her short yet fast and effective light attacks, nor far enough to safely set up her projectile.
Yeah, so like overall aesthetics, I love the way that the character redesign looks. Her character model looks great. It looks like her alt skins are really cool. I'm really glad that the flame skin is back. Strengths, her projectile game looks like it's gonna go bananas, even better than it was in 1. It looks like she can really, really cover a lot. It doesn't look like she's really going to struggle in neutral that much, right? Because she can throw out some of these projectiles and stuff to kind of force your opponent into like a bad spot. You know, if you throw out, like I said, the down special and then your neutral special, cover like a high jump, you can run in and an extendo grab beyond your opponent's range. Possibly. Again, this is all in theory, obviously. We don't know if that's actually true or not, but you know, in theory, that is something you can do. Edge guarding, again, you can either use the rocket or you can throw out the wave kind of at a mid-level to cut off a high recovery option and then just go in for like another edge guard or something like that. So options are aplenty for this character, which is cool because it's something that she was really good at in 1. Weaknesses... up special still doesn't look like it has a hitbox. It is fast, and given the way that ledges worked in 1, you couldn't necessarily always exploit it because you risk getting hit off ledge yourself and getting hit into like an S-Stair or something. But it wasn't it's a good recovery because of how fast and how much fuel you have, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the safest, I'll say, because there's no hitbox, right? And that looks like it's pretty much going to be the same thing. I'm assuming she's a bit heavier, which was one of her downfalls in 1, because characters like Garfield could up tilt her into oblivion because she was heavier. But she just lived long off that, so, you know. And it looks like maybe some of her moves are a little stubby, but other than that, I mean, she does have some moves that look like they have range, like some crazy disjoints. So,
however, she can still.
She doesn't seem broken, but she seems just really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't seem like, holy crap, this character's nuts, but it doesn't really seem like she's gonna be bad at all. So, I'm gonna put Jenny on the list, and I'm gonna put her along with Lucy Loudon high mid tier. I could see her being low high. She doesn't look like she has anything that's really broken, but she doesn't really seem like she has a ton of weaknesses either. Seems like overall just a really solid character. And she looks like a lot of fun. She looks like she's less annoying to fight in this game, although, of course, we don't know. Could be more annoying based on some of the things that I said earlier. We'll see what happens when she drops. But overall, I love what they did with Jenny. I'm really happy that she's similar to 1 because it's cool to have a character that you're like, yeah, I know this character from 1. A lot of her stuff is the same, but she got some really, really cool additions to that. So honestly, very, very happy with what they did with Jenny. So those are my thoughts on Jenny. I, of course, will be around whenever the next Spotlight drops or any other NASB2 news comes out, and I will see you guys again next time.